Welcome back to Creative Excuses. Today we are back with the next episode of the A to Z Dungeon series. If you missed the first two episodes because the YouTube algorithm was being weird, showing people the wrong videos, click the playlist up there, over here. Click the playlist up there, and it'll show you the first two videos where I did Balsanar and Bloodroot Forge. We skipped Electric Villa for reasons that you can find out in the video. Today we are doing Castle Thorn. This is going to be an interesting one to pug. We will see how it goes. Let's jump into it. Here we go. Oh boy. Hello.
Seems fairly quiet here so far, Talon. You're not misleading me, are you?
This guy's like, this isn't a tank.
Now I can try my new spells.
All right. The first trash pull is always like really deceptive. It's always really easy. And then later ones get significantly harder, of course. One of these days, I want them to put the very first thing in the dungeon, instead of a trash pull, it's just a boss. Oh gosh. Where's everybody at? Are they still coming up? They are. Okay. Come back, buddy. Got it? Okay, cool. Easy enough. Yeah, I want them to put, like, instead of a trash pack, just literally slam a boss in our face right away. I think that would be hilarious. This with a healer is going to be, like, so much easier. Especially compared to Balsanar. Oh my gosh. Sir, you are taunted? Alright. Have it face this way. I think it's the next one that I'm a little more worried about. Like, the next boss is a lot harder than this one. That was pretty easy, though. I'm doing about as much damage as the other DPS, which is pretty fun. Is this guy really gonna do that to me? That would be a yes. Okay, onward we go. So far, this is a lot less chaotic than Bloodroot Forge was. What is attack? I hear? Was it the dogs? It sounded like the dogs.
I thought I heard a bit of a scuffle up here.
Sir, can you stop stunning us? I said stop! I'm just gonna... Yes, it is recording. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Am I muted? I'm scared. Look at that, you can see my recording screen. Not muted. We're good. We are Gucci. Let's see if anyone wants to stack and burn. So we just got to see if we... I don't think we can actually burn this. I don't think we have the damage. I should probably taunt. Yeah. Nope. Here's the big guy. Somebody die? Yep. I didn't know you could just block that. I thought you had to move out of it. I think I can just heal through it. I don't have to block it. Easy game. Cool. And I'm getting Unleashed Terror stuff. The Unleashed Terror armor is an interesting idea that I would like to try. Like, it's a cool idea. Getting guaranteed hemorrhaging plus a damage proc. I can't make it through there. Also, didn't know I could skip that. That's cool. Pugging things like this helps you learn a lot of weird stuff. I think this guy really knows what he's doing. This one right here. If you don't show me that we can just skip, I'm gonna pull stuff. And stun. There we go. Get major breach on them. Get this guy. Now, I don't remember the mechanics for this next boss. So, I cannot use that right now. There we go. All right. Yeah, I don't remember the mechanics for this. I know there's like a slime, and I should taunt the boss. So we'll see if this works. I mean, so far so good. It's so nice having a healer. Block? Yeah, easy. I don't even know if I need to block that attack. Taunt. We got a Warhorn going. And then we need to spread. Taunt. Do we need to kill the sickle? So somebody died. I'm not sure why they died. Wait, come back here. Okay. So far, so good. Sir, you gotta run away. Nope. I'm the tank. I taunt the boss. That's my job. Okay, they got him up, so we're good. Oh wait, give me that guy. I don't know what I took that hit me so hard, but... This is really chill. Bloodroot Forge was way more chaotic. Did I... Okay, buddy, you gotta run away. If you're standing next to me, you're gonna get popped. I tried so hard to get away. Alright. That's fine. He just kept running the same direction as me. You have to spread out, otherwise you die. Taunt? Hey, you're taunted. This is honestly really chill though. I feel like the group's doing fine. The couple deaths are like whatever, but you know, they don't really matter. It's a pug. We're not expecting a no-death speedrun or anything. And like a mechanic like that, we're not super coordinated. So it's hard to know which direction someone's gonna go. Spooky gargoyle is spooky. Cool. There's lots of synergies to take if I needed them. This looks like a stage light or like a... Do we need to go through here? I haven't done this in so long. Oh, we have to fight Talfig. And big stun. This healer's keeping me up really well. I can't tell if they're burst healing me or not, but it feels like it. I remember when I first started doing vet DLC dungeons like this. Just vet dungeons in general. I would try and queue up for like random vet dungeons, and it would take us hours and hours to get through anything. Because I don't think I did enough damage. Like, I wasn't doing great at that, and then I usually didn't have like a crazy good DPS on the other side. Like, we all just felt new, and what would happen is we'd make it through a bunch of the dungeon. Oh, trash tank. We'd make it through a bunch of the dungeon, and then we'd get stuck on a boss for a second. So are they gonna pull me into the fight? I'd get stuck on a boss, and then the tank would just leave after like 2 tries. 3 tries maybe. And it was not good. It was rough. Okay, this one I do not remember the mechanics for. Again. I think it's stay out of the beam. Yeah? And we need to kill the gargoyles? Cast my heal. Remember, if you're using this build, you should look away when you're going to cast your heal or leeching vines. Should we kill that thing? I feel like we should kill that thing. Block. You want to look away to cast it, because otherwise you're going to be looking at your team. There's the horn. And you'll cast your heal, like if I'm looking there, I cast the heal on him instead of on me. Or her. Whoever it is. And I want the heal on me. Wow, this does not seem that crazy. Block. Let's get my heal going, just in case. You also get sustain for doing that. Oh, someone got beamed. We got it. That's okay. Nice. That was pretty painless. This is actually the same character that I got my first Castle Thorn clear on ever. It was a long time ago, like just after the dungeon came out. Maybe not just after, maybe like a couple months after. And I was doing it on normal, but solo, and that boss gave me a big problem. It was really hard. This was before I was using heavy attack build. This was, I think Pale Order wasn't even out yet. Or maybe it had just come out, but I only did like 20k DPS, so I was not doing enough damage to really get a lot of healing out of Pale Order. And I was bad, and I didn't know how to do mechanics, I didn't know anything. Ow. It was rough. But we made it past those times. Oh, killed the little guy. Okay. Made it past those times, but soloing normal DLC dungeons can honestly be quite the challenge. Like, not every build can solo a normal DLC dungeon. And then soloing vet DLC dungeons, of course, is insane, which is kind of the point of this series. I like being able to experience all the dungeons, but I can't solo all of them. I'm a decent player, but I'm not that good. And some of this stuff is just really hard, or it requires Psijic Order to be fully unlocked, because you need, if you have a mechanic where someone else has to break you out of it, you can break out of it yourself while you're soloing with an ultimate, the Psijic ultimate, called Precognition, I think. But it's, I don't want to pay the 3,000 crowns to level it up, and I don't want to do the quest. I've done it twice, I think, and it was not worth it most of the time. Doing it for one skill, just one ultimate, oh, it's gross. And I have paid for full Psijic Order one time before already, so I just used like the monthly crowns on one build, and I don't even think it was worth it. I think the skill still sucked. Like the Psijic Order skills just need a buff.
There's information here about Lady Thorn and the Grey Host.
Is it this way? I think it's this way. Up here? Heck yeah. Okay, I doubt we're doing the hard mode, because the hard mode in here takes a lot of coordination and is it's really difficult. I know that much. I've gotten to the hard mode before. I think it's a DPS. And we never made it through it. So we'll probably do this in the prog group instead of this. So let's go. No one else made a motion towards it, so.
Your struggle gets tastier by the second.
Let's make sure I still have the taunt.
Expose your veins. I want a taste. Enough playtime. I thirst for blood.
Probably shouldn't stand in that, but. Ow.
There is no escape.
Oh, one dead. I can't tell if that's the one that's been dying the most. That's fine. Hopefully someone gets him up.
Such delicious power.
You are taunted.
Suffer.
Cool. DPS is rezzing. We got it. I think if I have any hopes for this series, it's one, that it gets some good views, and two, that people would see it and be like, yeah, I can jump in and do some vet DLC dungeons in the pug groups, and maybe we'll get a more vibrant pug community going this way. Which would be really cool. Ow.
Let me feast on your terror.
There's the imp thing. Okay, so we fed.
Superior taste.
Got it. Where's the next one?
Accept my embrace.
There's one. Someone used this energy to pop some damage on it. Okay, he's got it. Okay, this part of the fight takes forever though, which is really annoying. Oh boy, that other DPS died again. There we go, back in. Where'd the boss go?
I hunger for more.
Here we go, and block. Honestly, that's a pretty big hit from the boss.
You cannot run.
Stun. No need. Got melted first. You are taunted, ma'am. Come back. And block. Let's take a synergy just to get some magicka back. For absolutely no reason, I am heavy attacking after all.
Every scratch, every cut, the power in your veins fills the air.
Are we gonna have to do another one of those phases? Bummer, dude. This phase takes so long. It's just running around in a circle. On the hard mode, this is pretty crazy. Because I think the circle moves a lot faster. But that's okay. Ow. I didn't block that hit. Someone's in the way. I would like my heal. She's going to... Yep. Honestly, I expected Castle Thorn to be way worse than it was. We got less than 1 million health left on the boss. We are chilling. That was unintentional. Okay, let's focus on taunting this guy. Get that. We're so close. So close. Oh, we're done. Okay. Execute phase? Are you big mad, Lady Thorn?
Loose your blood.
She seems big mad.
My lord.
Makes sense. Ooh, Thorn Legion shoulders and an unleashed amulet. Not bad.
The ancient clan of Lady Thorn is no more.
Let's see. How many times have I done this? Castle Thorn. I've completed Castle Thorn 1 time since the sticker book came out. 1 time. And now 2. So that's pretty cool. Nice. That's exciting. All right, we're going to go on to the next one, which, again, I think I've done Corollary on the... I already did Corollary on this build, actually. So you can go check out Corollary up there. The next time we do this, we're going to do Cradle of Shadows, which I have never done on Veteran. So that's going to be a blast. I'll see you then in the next excuse.